Okay, clarification here. Someone said that it's 20% to three categories: cast speed, attack speed, and movement speed. So for 5.7 seconds with this, I would gain the ability to move, attack, and cast 20% faster. Very nice. Very tempting. But I'm not gonna go with that. It's just it's not really feasible to link up. Not feasible to link up indeed. I'll grab this one. Stick it there.
Remember, life is precious.
And actually, these are being buffed, so I didn't even intend for that to happen. Didn't intend for that to get buffed at all. Didn't think it could be. Well, anyway, the burning damage will be increased, and when I do this, they'll be actually increase the burning damage. Huh. Didn't think it could burn though. Regardless.
My knowledge.
Christ. So many gems. He is an absolute repository of them. He requires a lot. Cast on death, cast on crit. Greater multiple projectiles. Chain support. They chain more but do less damage. You can throw down more traps, but they do less damage. Phase run. That's one I've never seen before. I've seen enemies having it, but I've never seen the gem itself. Gain a buff that makes you faster, harder to detect, and grants phasing. Letting you pass through enemies. Forming any skill replaces this buff with one that boosts melee damage. Consumes frenzy charges to increase duration. Summon Ice Golem. Solar projectile support. They lowers the speed but increases the damage. Poison support. It supported skills poison enemies on hit, and to do increased damage with poison. Interesting. Trap cooldown. Do like that design. Rapid decay support. Reduces skill effect duration, but increases the damage. Ice bite, hypothermia. This is all very interesting. Poacher's mark. Curses all enemies, all targets in an area, making them less evasive. Hitting the cursed targets will grant life and mana, and killing them will result in more flash charges and gain a chance to gain a frenzy charge. Very nice. This stuff is very, very tempting. There's very tempting and very interesting indeed. There's Blade Fall, Explosive Arrow, Tornado Shot, Blade Rain. It's funny, I didn't think I'd be using a green gem. The reds just seem much more interesting. Or much more up my alley. Well, that's interesting. Just my alley. And these already start off with a fair bit of levels to them. So you don't have to worry about leveling them up, having to level them up and... Spectre. I think mine's higher level. I think it is anyway. There wouldn't be too much there's nothing really new here to me, sadly. That's nice. Increases area of effect. Castle channeling. You cast this. So when you're channeling, you can set this up that when you're channeling, you will cast a supported spell every 0.42 seconds. That's nice. Because there's another thing that the longer you channel, the more damage you'll do. So while you're channeling that, you can keep casting another spell. Maybe if it's a spell with knockback, you can keep doing that. That's interesting. You could queue it up with Raging Spirit. Oh. That's interesting. Yeah, this guy is a right repository of these. There's a life for each one. That's of interest. That's too expensive for me to take that off. In fact, I wish I could level that up further. I just wish I had more gem slots to work with. Because if I had more gem slots to work with, then I could, that's of interest. If I had more to work with, then I could toss on a, thingamajiggy. Well, I could toss on the Life Leech, and that would be exceptionally nice on, say, the Wild Strike or the Dominating Strike. That would be very nice. Dominating Strike especially. That would be a very, very nice thing. So I know who to come to when I want to buy some gems. He has quite a lot here.
My word. Valish contextualized syntax is a slippery eel indeed. Let me see if I can grab it by the gills. They carried their virtue gems to Doriani's bed. No, that's not quite right. Ah, yes. Doriani's cradle. The historian finishes that it was a price they needed to pay to ensure a Valish future. A cradle of virtue gems? What sort of Valish future did Doriani hope to ensure?
We shall see.
Splendid. Let's see what this page has to offer us. It talks of Queen Atsiri. Now, here's a portentous line. She drenches her altars with the blood of those deranged enough to question her vision. The next piece is a real eye-crosser, but I believe it refers to a communion. Something to do with the harvest moon? Again, Doriani seems at the heart of it. Good. This line I can read without issue. This will be our final night of fear, our final night of suffering. Sacrifice, communion, the harvest moon. An unsettling combination.
Especially considering what we know of her sacrificing her own people in the pursuit of eternal life. Eternal youth and beauty. Cybernetics, motherfuckers! Cybernetics! But yeah.
Oh my. This first line is frighteningly clear. Our queen is dead. Doriani is dead. So many have fallen. So many have changed. The latter text is almost indecipherable. It practically hums with agitation. Let me see. I can make out the words sleep, nightmare, and the beast. Whatever that may be. Our historian finishes with, "We have succeeded where our forebears did not. We have failed ourselves." I need not imagine the fall of the Val. I saw the nightmare with my own eyes.
He probably didn't see the fall of the Vol, but he saw the fall of the Eternal Empire. And it was probably similar enough.
Strange. I was put in charge of dating the most antiquated of texts. This parchment, it's a remarkable copy, but it's no original. Much younger. Oh my. Listen to this. My dearest Isius, I have been enlightened beyond expectation. Your work in translating these artifacts is worthy of the highest recompense, and thus I am delighted to offer you a position in my personal laboratory. Please do not give your escorts any consternation. I would be most pained to see such a precious asset damaged in any way. I very much look forward to working with you. Isius Perandus, your friend and admirer, Malachi. Poor Isius. Wherever you went, my pity goes with you.
Indeed, if Malachi wanted something with him, probably not for the best.
I suppose every civilization has its Doriani, its Malachi, men of divine talent and demented ambition. Without them, history would be a far less interesting place.
Indeed, it would be.
How Malachi survived the Purity Rebellion, I don't know. He was at Emperor Vol's side before Chitis' corpse was even cold. I suppose Vol found him as difficult to refuse as Isius did.
Probably. Malachi has his way.
My knowledge is your knowledge. Malachi would never have risen so far without the patronage of an emperor like Chitis. It would appear that Doriani and Queen Atsiri shared a similar relationship. It was said of the beautiful Atsiri that she wished to see her likeness reflected in the still waters of history. Chitis was no less self-impressed. Of all the sins, vanity is the most hideous.
To immense irony.
San fell in the course of an hour, no more. A tempest raged down from the mountains and engulfed the city, throwing it into midday darkness. I saw madness in my colleagues' eyes, watched as the most rational men in the Empire jabbered and slavered and slaughtered each other. I witnessed Trinian, our gemling intellectus prime, engulfed by the radiance of his flaming cranial gem, and wither like a grape in the sun into a thing of desiccation and famishment. I've seen mountains spew fire in Ngamakanui. I've seen waves as tall as trees and winds that leveled warriors and walls alike. Nature is what nature is. There was nothing natural about the cataclysm.
Well, I would hope so, otherwise your
Let's
world is
speak
fucked.
again soon.
And now we never have to talk to him again, sadly. Like, we don't take the painting off the wall and bring it anywhere. We just leave him there. Some lag spike. Why is it suddenly acting up again? I wonder.
Come over here.
I was about to say, probably not, but it's still worth a listen.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Sadly no. There is actually a place in the Imperial Gardens that is of, well, two places in the Imperial Gardens that are of relevance to me. The hedge maze, and then the there's another one that's a has a trial in it. Kinda just want to rush through, but should keep beating people down because that is hold on. Grab it. Thank you. I should keep beating people down because that is the way I'll get levels. These are creepy, creepy things. I just wonder why they always like this. Why is there such fantastic lag? Christ. See, this is why I went with... this isn't why I went to minion route, but this is why I'm glad I went to minion route.
Death to sin!
Death to monkeys! You dirty monkeys. I need some devours. Grab that. But, Christ, the lag. Christ. Ooh. Hexproof pale blackguards. I guess I see why they don't go in through the entrance. This place, you know, utterly fucked. So, yeah, there's just a ton of undead blackguards here. I'm sure there's plenty of where I've been. I'm thinking I may actually call quits now, just because of this lag. I'm actually nearly at 57 now. Once I reach, oh, I'm actually already at the entrance. I'm not going to continue because I need to find these other 2 points. I don't, but I'm going to. Just have a poke over here. Yeah, I need to go find these other 2 points. Like I said, this is such a lovely game with its, you know, customization and whatnot. It's very, very nice. There's a death bow there. Come on. Fucking lag. Just like, it's not like this when, like, it wasn't acting up like this when I played Final Fantasy XIV. It was suddenly fine. This just requires such more of a stable connection. I don't know why. If fading a little is enough to, you know, really wreck it. While with other games, there's much more of an acceptance of latency issues. Or seeming acceptance of latency issues. So, it's weird and annoying. Oh, if they're massive, they just have extra life and are huger. I assume they have the same bonuses as me is massive, which means bigger AoE as well. Though that did go unstated. So, yeah. Death Hiss the Toxic? Come on, just stand still. Let me kill you. There we go. Grab you, and we continue going. Somewhere in this hedge maze is Chitus's plum. Meat Screech? Oh, that's a name. The Conqueror Worm. Huh, that's a reference to an Edgar Allan Poe poem. If you want to hear it, Voltaire did a thing on it. If it was a song, I would have called it a cover. But he basically puts the poem to music. It's called The Conqueror Worm. Though that's spelled W-U-R-M there. The poem, or song, is called W-O-R-M. So, yeah, go look up Voltaire, The Conqueror Worm. You can hear a thing of it. It's actually quite good. Quite like it. I remember reading Edgar Allan Poe before, and I was not quite into it. Didn't quite like his work, but at the same time, I had substantial difficulty misunderstanding it. You know the Casca of Monterillo? For whatever reason, I didn't actually really get what happened. I misunderstood it until the guy fell through a hole in the ground or something. I don't know how, but that's what I end up misreading it as. So